shock's coming. Holy s...
The chief medical officer would be identifying the persons who are already vaccinated so that we can get them on the ship. You see there's a ship in the harbor. 2 of them there now. Good.
What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? What's good? It's your big homie, Big Bad A, man. And it's the Real Talk, Real Shit podcast, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Man. On today's episode, I want to be tapping in about the volcanoes, y'all. If you ain't heard about the volcano in St. Vincent, which is in the Caribbean islands. If you don't know what that is, Caribbean islands, you know, that's St. Lucia, St. Vincent, St. John. It's all those Caribbean islands where those tropical places, man. It's if you've been on cruises and all that, you know about the Caribbean islands. But anyway, long story short, it was a volcano that went off the other day, right? About 4 days ago, 4 days ago. And they said this volcano hasn't erupted for over 40 years or something like that. Like, it's basically like rare that it happens, something like that, basically. Long story short, the volcano exploded, right? And in a couple days after the volcano exploded, they started mandatory evacuations for the area, surrounding areas and all that near the volcano site. All right, now they started bringing ships in. Now remember when coronavirus first started? Remember all hurricanes? Remember major calamities in America? They always send those ships in to get people out. Now they're on an island, so that's the only way in or out is a boat. But they're getting people out on ships, evacuating people. But the kicker is they're only evacuating people who've been vaccinated. Okay, now they said they don't have a place for them to take the people. They just said that boats. They said they don't have the staff to house the people or stuff like that. But the only thing they do have is the ability to take people and transport them wherever they, some safe place or something. Say like, oh, I'm vaccinated, I'm getting on the boat. I'll choose for you to take me somewhere instead of there's some place for them to house these people and stuff like that. All right, now yesterday, I believe, was the anniversary, the anniversary of the last time the volcano erupted, and they said they're evacuating all the vaccinated people. But guess what? The eruption erupted again. The volcano erupted again. Can't you understand what's going on? Don't you understand that humans, the government, have the ability to manipulate and control the weather down to the finite detail? They can make it rain right where you at right now. It's just that's not a question. They've been doing that since Cannonball days, shooting cannons in the clouds to seed them and all that. This is old news, so basically what I'm saying is, if you think they don't have the ability to erupt volcanoes and shit like that, you've got to be stupid. Because when I was watching the news, it sounded like they were saying, we're getting the vaccinated people out of here and we're praying to God that this thing don't erupt again. Because if it erupts again, everybody who's there is on their own. And the people who are on their own are the people who are unvaccinated. You do the math, man. It's not hard to see what's really going on, man, at all. It's not hard to see, man. Just a lot of times people don't want to see, can't understand, and just don't understand. But it's your big home, Big Bad A, man. Y'all pray for them black people in St. Vincent and them Caribbean islands, man. because that's majority of who's out there. You know, that's those native black people to those native lands. And if you don't realize what's going on, they're trying to do this vaccination thing worldwide, and anybody who ain't with the shits, they're getting them out of here, man. You know, for one, notice one thing about your country: you don't see homeless people no more, do you? There was a whole nationwide thing for them to get rid of undesirables and homeless people, and they're gone. You can't see them no more. You don't see homeless people no more. Matter of fact, in the city where I'm from, they just got rid of the tent city. And they said they put those people in hotels. They said they put majority of those people in hotels, but who knows? Who can anybody identify any of the homeless people that are in hotels right now? And I'm not saying it's not happening, but can anybody pinpoint those hundreds of people who was living on the side of the road and figure out if they're really in somebody's hotel? Do the math, do the research on that. Because this is just a great cleansing, man. They don't give a fuck about poor and homeless people. They don't give a fuck about native people who don't want to adhere to vaccination policies and stuff like that. It's the great cleansing, man. But it's your big homie, Big Bad A, man. It's the Real Talk, Real Shit podcast, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, man.
Watch out for the shock, it's coming. Holy s-
The chief medical officer would be identifying the persons who are already vaccinated so that we can get them on the ship. You see there's a ship in the harbor. 2 of them there now. Good. And the ships don't have enough personnel at the moment to keep people on the ships, but they have enough personnel to transport persons to these destinations. But Simone Keyser Beach tells me that what she wants to do is the chief medical officer, is that those who are vaccinated, she can get them going there on the vessel, those on the ships, those who to go to particular destinations, if they choose to. This is a voluntary business. And those who are not yet vaccinated but who would be vaccinated, you wouldn't want to send them immediately after vaccination. You'd want to hold them, keep them for a day or two, because some persons upon vaccination, they develop an itch, a little wooziness in their head. You know how that is. Some people, so you would like to keep them there, so there's 2 days and so on. So there are some matters which have to be dealt with. And then the ships are doing, there's certain things we have to do with them. But I've spoken to one of the cruise lines leadership this morning, and I must tell you, the way in which people in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and in ordinary people and in Grenada and in Dominica, St. Lucia and Antigua have responded to put people in their homes, strangers, bring tears to my eyes. I love this Caribbean.